So in the last video, we got all our information ready to go, and now to complete the assignment, I got to get all my keywords, my two groups, and my campaign loaded into Google Ads. So I'm going to start with this account that I set up in the guide, and I'm not going to run this, so I'm just going to delete this to get started. I could technically create another account, but it's just going to be easier for me to delete that and then set everything up into this account. So now I have a blank installation of Google Ads, no campaigns, no nothing. So what I'm going to do is click this plus button, which is going to give us a new campaign. And similar to the instructions in the guide from before, we're going to do a search campaign. So I will click on that. I don't want to set a goal. I like to set everything up myself. And for this one, I'm doing this for the New Age Salon. So I'm just going to put the website address in there. And since I know I'm only doing this for the one campaign, which is going to be hair extensions, I put the full URL for that. Once I do that, my campaign settings pop up. So I am going to go ahead and give this campaign a name. This campaign is only going to be hair extensions. So I'm going to name it that, and search network only. I do not want Google search partners, and I do not want this on the display network. I only want this to show in Google, in the Google search engine results page. I'm not going to set up dynamic search ads. That's a little bit more advanced. I just want to keep this super simple for now. What I am going to do is set this up for Buffalo, New York, and this has Fort Collins from my example before. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do an advanced search, and I'm going to do radius targeting around the address of the salon. So I have the address pulled up into here. I am going to set a radius on this. This is about how far I think people are willing to drive for the service. This is a high-end service, so I think people would actually probably drive a little bit further than they would for a haircut. So we'll go 20 miles, and once I do that, I get a circle of what is going to show in my search results. So over here is Canada, so we can see it is going into Canada. What I could do if I wanted to is, type in like the province over there, Ontario, and what I could do is actually exclude that if I wanted to, but I'm not going to exclude Ontario for now, just because people will travel over the border for services as well for different things. So I like the reach that it has right now, with just the 20 miles around the Hurdle Avenue. So that's going to be good for right now. Location options here. Generally, the default settings are fine. What this could do, so it's people in or who show interest in your targeted location. I can make it so that only people within my radius can see it. However, if somebody's in New York City and they're planning on coming back home to Buffalo for the weekend, they might be searching for a Buffalo hair salon to get hair extensions in. So they might not be within my radius right now, but they may be looking to get the service later on. So I change these settings depending on the product or the service that I am advertising for. But I think for these for this campaign that we're doing, I'm going to leave these just like this. So who I want to target and who I want to exclude. Languages, I'm going to keep just English for this. And I'm not going to do anything with audiences right now. Google Ads is getting more and more targeted, so we can actually kind of pick who we want to target. But hair extensions has a pretty wide range of who could be searching for it. I don't want to exclude males, because they might be looking to perhaps as a very nice present, looking for hair extensions to get for their significant other. So I'm going to leave that right now. The other thing I'm going to do is set my budget. This is my campaign budget. So if I have multiple groups and I pick $50, that $50 is going to get split up over the all the groups. I think I said I was going to do $50, and I'm going to do an accelerated delivery method. Generally, when I set up a campaign, it takes a while for the ads to get running. So I like to just accelerate it and just get some data quick. Once things get established, I do more of a standard delivery. So if I have $50, but Google could potentially show my ads to $200 worth of clients, they'll scatter the ads throughout the day with a standard delivery. But accelerate it for now, and then later on I would change this to standard. For my bid strategy, we generally want to focus on conversions. I don't have conversion tracking set up. You should always have conversion tracking set up, but I did not do it for this. For my bid strategy, I always do manual CPC. Google Ads is trying to push away from this. Google wants to automate everything. They make this harder and harder to find once it gets set up and once you get into your dashboard. But right here, we can just pick, manual CPC. And I'm not going to use the enhanced CPC because I do not have conversion set up. So manual CPC, with that I can pick how much I want to bid for each of my keywords. So I'm going to set a group wide max cost per click, probably around $1 or $2, and then I can go into my dashboard and say this is a really good keyword. I'm actually going to bid $3 for this one. Some of these cost keywords might not be as effective, so I'm going to make them a little bit cheaper. 50 cents is what I'm willing to spend because I know I'm going to have to get a lot of clicks in order to get a conversion. So the next thing we can do is some of your ad extensions. There are multiple extensions that you can do. You really need to take the time to set these up for your business. The more these get set up, the more real estate you're taking at the top of the page. So you should go through every one of these and get them set up step by step by step. So for this assignment, try to get 1 or 2 set up, but in practice and in real life, these take a little while to get set up. Not a ton of time, probably 20-30 minutes, but it's just giving your customers more information. If you're paying for these clicks, you want to give them as much information as you can. So I went ahead and I added all these site link extensions, the first 3, to kind of get us going with that. On the next screen here, we are going to go ahead and enter our first ad. I think I decided to go with just people looking for hair extension salons. So I'm just going to call that, let me make it a little better, hair extension salons. I think the range for these keywords were somewhere within 60 cents to $2. So I'm going to go ahead and get that, set that at 2, and we'll kind of rearrange it later depending on what the results say. I got some of my hair extension keywords. You see I'm getting some data over here. It's saying that with a $50 a day budget that I will get about 21 clicks a day and spend about $26 a day, and my average cost per click should be about $1.25. So I'm going to put that there. Second ad group, this is going to be people looking for hair extension costs, and I don't want to bid as much on this because these aren't as great of keywords. So I'm going to add these across, and then instead of putting them one by one, it's better to separate these with the comma right here. And I'm getting data over here. Average cost per click should be about 58 cents. So not too bad with that. And then also I think I'm going to do a broad group just to show everybody how bad it is to use a broad keyword. So let me bid about $1, and I'm just going to put hair extension in here, and then we'll do a group with a bad keyword, and we'll just see the types of junk clicks we get and then how quickly we could kind of waste money with something like that. So once you get everything in, all your keywords, this is just going to be a SCAG, single keyword ad group, and we'll go ahead and save and continue with that. That's going to pull up my ad creator right here. I already have all this information made because we set this up before in the last video. So I can just come over here and I'm going to copy everything into my ad like that. So just like that, I have my first ads created for each of my groups. So everything I did in the first one here. On the second one, I talked about cost more in the ad a little bit, and just use the same ad again for the third ad group. All of your ads should be targeted to each ad group. And the other thing to remember when you're creating all these ads is that you should have at least 3 ads per ad group. Generally I have a lot more than that, probably 5 to 10 per group, and we're just always constantly creating new ads. The better your ad, the higher your click-through rate's going to be in the search engine. So definitely something you want to keep on doing. It's just optimizing these ads. For this demonstration, I'm just going to be doing 1 per group. So and if you wanted to do the ads, you saw that the add new button back there. So campaign is ready. $50 a day. That needs to be changed to about $16 per day because I think I wanted to spend $50 total. So I'll go back, I'll show you guys where I can go change that if I made a mistake. So for now, I'm going to continue to the campaign, and I got a couple more things to show you guys. To start, I'm going to go and fix that little $50 mistake that I made. So I just click on settings, which are all my campaign settings, come over here to the $15 a day, $50 per day, and I want this to be about $17, and you can see I still have my accelerated, which I set before. So save that, and we can go back and we can take a look at our ad groups right here. The one thing I want to do is to put my negative keywords in. So to do this, I'm going to go to keywords, click on negative keywords up here, and then I'm going to click this plus symbol and put all my negative keywords right there. So I have all these posted in here, and I am going to click save, and now I have a campaign level negative keywords. So you can do campaign level, you can do group level. For the cost, hair extension cost, if I just wanted certain negative keywords for that, I could do that. But I want all of these negative keywords for all of my ad groups in this campaign. So in the hair extensions campaign only, anytime this word comes up, when somebody's searching, my ads will not show. And to get back to my ad groups, I'll just come up over here to the ad groups. And if you want to come in here and you want to add some more keywords at the group level, you can come click this plus button. You can do group level negative keywords right here if you want to. One thing you might notice is low search volume. If you get that, it just means people don't search for it a lot, and Google generally will not run this keyword ever. So if I make a list with my keyword merging tool and I have like 40 or 50 versions of a word, probably 20 or 30 of those are going to have a low search volume, and I just generally get rid of those right away. Just it makes it easier to pay attention to all the keywords that are in your groups. If you want to come check out your ads, the ads are right over here. You can add your ads right here. If we do that, it's going to be for the page that I'm in. If you wanted to see all the ads we created, then we could just click on the campaign up here, which is hair extensions, and we will be able to see all the ads that we have. So go through here, play with all these different buttons, just lots of stuff you can do. Bid adjustments are important. You could pay less or more for certain types of devices and all that fun stuff. So definitely play with this. If you want to get your ads running at this point, you're gonna have to put in your billing information. So you can do that in multiple places. Easiest is probably just going to be click to fix it, and it should most likely take me to my billing payments. So right here, if I wanted these ads to run, then all my credit card info is going to go in there, and pretty much that is it. Any questions about this, getting this set up? If you're setting this up for the assignment, send me an email or talk to me on Slack, and I'll give you as much help as I can. So good luck with it.